Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bean here, one of your Hufflepuffs, and today is the day for owls, or well, owl prep at least. So today I'm going to go over my plans for what I'm going to do for this year's owls. Now, for the owls, if you haven't heard, you should really go check out G's channel. She has put so much work into this, and it is absolutely amazing what she has done. I have everything saved on my computer. Basically, you're able to choose a career that you want in the magical world, and then you take the tests that are required in order to achieve said career. Now, last year I went for magizoologist, so this year I decided to switch it up, and I'm actually doubling up because I'm an overachiever, because why not? And I will be becoming a curse breaker and a librarian. Now combined, these two just need I just need to pass 7 owls, and that includes ancient runes, arithmancy, charms, defense against the dark arts, history of magic, potions, and transfiguration. So I'm going to go through all of the different owls that we can take, because I am going to try and complete all of them, and then I'll go over the ones that I specifically need to complete for my degree. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so I'm going to go in alphabetical order. The first class that I'm going to talk about is Ancient Runes. The prompt for this was to read a book with a heart on the cover or in the title, and I will be reading Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I know this is a slightly older book. I haven't read it yet. All I know is that it is a Alice in Wonderland retelling from the point of view of the Queen of Hearts. So I am very intrigued by this and very excited to read it. The second class I'm going to take is Arithmancy. The prompt is read something outside your favorite genre. And I will be reading Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This has been on, I'm not exactly sure how many different TBRs I've done, but I will be reading this one because this is a romance set at a medieval Renaissance fair. Romance really isn't my thing, if you know me at all. I'm very picky about my romance, and this was a book of the month book, so we'll see how it goes. The next prompt I have is Astronomy, which is read a majority of this book when it's dark outside. So I did kind of cheat with this one for the most part. It is going to be kind of a mood read, but I am planning on reading Delicious in Dungeon Volume 6 by Ryoko, mostly because I really want to read this. I need something to fluff up my TBR a little bit, because this is going to be a very long TBR otherwise, or a very long month. So I am planning on reading this one. The next class is Care of Magical Creatures, and the prompt is to read a book with a creature with a beak on the cover, and I'm going to go with The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab. I'm cheating a little bit. There is a raven right there, or a crow. I'm not sure which one it is. It's got a beak, so I'm counting it. I know basically nothing about this book except for it is a very pretty book, and it is V.E. Schwab's first book that she ever had published that has just been republished, and I'm very excited to get to this one. I've heard nothing but good things. The next class that I have is Charms. The prompt is Lumos Maxima, or read a book with a white cover, and I plan on reading Gravemadins by Coon. This is a ebook that I have, so I do not have a physical copy of it, or I might go and steal Callie's book. But I am very excited to read this one. This is another one that has been on my TBR for a very, very long time. The next class that I have is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and the prompt for this one is to read a book set at the sea or at the coast. And I will be reading The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda-Hall. Now this is an e-arc that I got from NetGalley. I don't know a lot about this book except for it is a highly anticipated book by many people, and I'm really excited to read it. It's a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I'm very excited still. The next class is Divination, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Divination, I did decide that I might as well take the owl for it anyways. The prompt is to basically go through your TBR, assign a number to everything, and then go use a random number generator in order to pick a random one. Now, I picked a couple that I had here that were really high up on my TBR. And I did this beforehand. I should have filmed it. I didn't. I apologize. You're just going to have to trust me on this. But I landed on The Chosen by Taran Matharu. Now, it just so happens that I also just got the e-arc for The Challenge, which is the sequel to The Chosen. So maybe I'll binge the 2 books or something. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know. But I am very excited to read this. I've heard nothing but good things about Taran Matharu's writing. And I do have the whole series, but the whole novice series up on one of the shelves right up here. I have the entire series, so I am very excited to read some of their writing. The next class that we have is one that I am very excited about, and it is Herbology. And so the prompt for this one is to read a book with a title that starts with an M. And this is for Mandrake, I believe. So the book that I will be reading is Master of Sorrows by Justin T. Call. Now, this is a book I also have an ebook of, and it was an arc that I had, and I'm very excited to finally get to it and read it. Again, another one that's nearly 500 pages, so this is almost a tome, but I am very excited for this one. All I know about this one is it's the kid who is supposed to be the reincarnation of the devil or something of the sort. Whatever it is, I am here for it. And the cover for the sequel has just been released, and it is gorgeous. And I can't get enough of it. So I'm very excited. Sorry if the view changed. My camera/phone decided it was done filming for a little bit. So I'm back now. And we're moving on. We don't have a lot of classes left, so we're almost there. The next class I am going to be taking is History of Magic, the prompt of which is to read a book featuring witches and or wizards. I will be reading I'm a Gay Wizard by Via Santoni. Now, this book is one that I got an e-arc of a while ago and never read, and honestly, I feel like it's gonna be fun and funny, and I'm gonna need one of those this month, especially considering all of the different books that I am reading. So I am here for it. I want to read it, and I want to know about this gay wizard, because this cover makes me so happy. Alright, the next class that I am taking is Muggle Studies, where I will need to read a contemporary, and for that, I'm so excited. I'm going to read The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston. This is the sequel to Geekerella, I believe, and I loved Geekerella. I thought it was hilarious, and I appreciated all of the nerdy references and all the nerdiness in general of it, and I'm just here for it, and I'm so excited that there are more in this series, and I believe there's a third one that has either come out or will be coming out soon, and I am here for all of them. Not to mention, I love these covers. They make me so happy. The next class that I am taking is Potions, and so hopefully I can get into the Potions new class. The prompt for Potions is to read a book under 150 pages. I'm going to read Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now, I may have butchered that, and I apologize if I did. This is one of the classics that has been sitting on my shelf for quite a while, and I have been recommended by many people to read this one, and I really don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued, and I do want to read it, so I will be reading it. I have a feeling this is going to take me longer to read than I think. I think it's going to be very dense, but we shall see. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to trying something new. And then the last class that I will be taking is going to be Transfiguration, the prompt of which was to read a book or series that includes shape-shifting, and I will finally be picking up Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I have been talking about this book for years, it feels like. Honestly, I am pretty sure that I pre-ordered this book when it first came out, and I still haven't read it, and the third book in this series just came out. So the covers for all of these are like the most beautiful things ever, and I want to read this, and I will read this, and yes, that's what I got. Now, if this wasn't enough, plus add like 3 or 4 more, if this wasn't enough books, I'm going to add to that. Now, for these owls, we are given the opportunity to take extra things. So extra ideas, extra classes, basically extracurriculars that we're allowed to do in order to expand on our knowledge. One thing that I talked about earlier was getting my certification in Mermaid, or in the Mermaid language. And for that, I will be reading a title that starts with M. So that is my Herbology book, and that will be Master of Shadows. The other one that I am going to be doing, because I have no chill, is I will be doing my Dragon Tamer training, because I did do Magic Zoology last year and I really wanted to just work with dragons. And as a curse breaker, I feel like it might be handy just in case you end up in one of those situations where you need to be able to keep away from the dragons, and and not to mention, I'd really just like to work with dragons. How cool would that be? But the prompt for this is to read an extra book with dragons. And so I almost picked Priory of the Orange Tree, but I'm holding back because I know that's not going to happen. And I'm going to read The Lost Plot by Genevieve Cogman. This is the 4th book in the Invisible Library series. Yes. Right? Yes. This is the 4th book, and I can't really tell you where the dragons are in this book, but there are dragons, and they're pretty close to the main characters. So honestly, this one is going to count for it, so I have that. On top of all of this, one of the things that you can do also is you can get your Animagi certification, and so I will be doing that, and I will let you guys know at the end of what my Animagus is. In order to do that, the 3 owls that you have to pass are Arithmancy, Transfiguration, and Potions. Now, those 3 classes, those 3 owls I will already be taking in order to get my curse-breaking librarian career. So yeah, I'm being very ambitious today. So basically, just to list it off, my career choice that I'm going with is a curse-breaking librarian. I'm also getting my certification as a dragon tamer. I am passing my Animagi transformation, and I am going to be learning Mermic studies. So I'm going to be learning the Mermic language, which I am super excited for. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here today, guys. This Hufflepuff is being very ambitious this month, especially since she's been in a bit of a reading slump for the first couple months of the year. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm very excited to share this with you guys. I will have some vlogs up, especially now that we are being quarantined. The girls and I aren't able to hang out so much, so I am missing my Slytherin girls. But we are able to talk via messaging and owls and that kind of such. But we will be doing our own separate videos really this month until we're able to get all back together again and actually hang out and be around each other. So that's all I have for you guys here today. If you have any questions or you want to talk to me about what you're going to be doing, feel free to leave a comment down below. Now is the perfect time to like and subscribe. I want to know what you guys are doing for your owls. This readathon is so amazing. G from Book Roast put so much work into this, and you need to go check out her channel and check out everything that she does. She works so hard for all of this, and she deserves all of the recognition that she gets. If you want to be notified whenever we post new videos, feel free to hit the little bell icon down below. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and we will be continuing that through the quarantine right now. So all of our links are down below in the description. That includes our Instagrams, which we are now active on again. Yay! And our blogs, as well as our Goodreads accounts. And you can also find our Serpent and Badger book club down below as well. So that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!